You, you, you are an idiot. And you know what they say about opinions, right?
I don't give a damn. They like,
don't you even start your stuff.
Girl, come on. I don't give a damn. I'm ready.
You always ready. You stay ready because you ain't got to get ready.
You already know. Because it's about what? To each his own.
We are here.
Hey. Cheers. We in the building.
Hi, mommy. Yes.
Bitch, you done went to South Beach.
You said, hey.
Bitch, that's the Philly. Hey. You done went to fucking Miami.
All right, stop. I'm going to bring it back in. All right. I just pulled up in Philly.
Not the rewind.
Yes.
All right, Meek. I just pulled up in Philly. What?
Shame looking.
Pull up game strong. Papa Willie on these motherfuckers.
12 o'clock when these dickheads say no.
Straight up, fuck 12, son.
Yo, you a dickhead. Yo, I ain't never
That's how the kids be.
Not that I ain't never rode like a motorcycle by myself or a dirt bike by myself ever. I done been on the back with the
bitch. I ain't never rode a bike. Bitch,
I'm mad. I know that.
By myself.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I'm mad.
First of all, I remember being on the back of a fucking 4-wheeler and my fucking weed hit the ground. Pull it back up before you fucking scalp my fucking hair off. Bitch, that shit was scary. Bitch, and I burnt my little calf on the back of a motorcycle when I was in high school. Ow. On the tailpipe.
Ooh, my mom did that before. Yeah, you gotta be careful. That's why you always gotta be careful.
Mm-hmm. They said, I told you put your leg up. I tried to, but the wind was blowing and it fell.
Need more oil.
Bitch, that's some straight Philly shit.
Yes.
Straight Philly shit between Philly and I guess Baltimore got a name for it too. We ride bikes up in this motherfucker. Okay, and if you don't ride a bike, you know somebody who do, and you gonna get on the back of their joint and you gonna ride out.
Like we said,
man, rough riders.
I can't stand you. What's up, y'all? We back.
Back with a new episode.
Okay.
Back now we never left. Okay.
So I guess we can go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing I had in mind about talking about today was the whole situation with Aaliyah's music now starting to drop. They have like an itinerary for what's going to be dropping as far as her music being released on all major digital streaming platforms. So it's going to be available on all DSPs.
When it dropped, and I woke up, I said, excuse me, I got it at 6 a.m. Mm-hmm. I woke up and I said, Aaliyah dropped.
Yes.
And I downloaded it and I started listening immediately.
Yes.
From front to back.
Back
to front. And I wanted to ask you something. What is your favorite song off of Aaliyah's first album? Well, that wouldn't be her first.
No,
One of the Million album. That's her second. So what's your first album off of Aaliyah's One of the Million album?
My favorite song would have to be the Hot Like Fire, the remix though. I've always liked
the remix. I've always
liked the remix.
I like the remix.
Slight way better. I love that. That's one of my favorite. Hot Like Fire is one of my favorite Aaliyah songs. Period. But I think I've always just liked the remix. It just had a little it just had a little more bop to it. Like
I get you. I feel you on that. It's crazy because initially that was going to be my favorite song too. That's what I was going to say when I thought about it, and I was like, after I listened to it somewhere, I'm just like, on some real shit. If Your Girl Only Knew was my fucking favorite.
That's one of my favorites because that beat alone was crazy as shit.
When that beat dropped, oh my God.
Timberland used to get his shit off when it came to working with
her.
That's my favorite producer as a nigga, I guess. But he used to get his shit off when he used to fuck with her.
He got that shit. Oh, every song that came on, I was just like, damn, I felt like a kid again.
Me too, it gave me so much nostalgia. I've been listening to that nonstop, just like every single day.
I felt like a kid again, and I just felt like I can't wait for, like you said, now they have a schedule on when they're gonna. I cannot wait for the Aaliyah album to drop.
Oh my God, that's what I've been waiting for. I'm just not saying I don't care about I Care For You, but it's just the Aaliyah album for me. That's what
I Care For You. It's ironic that is the album debut song. That's the number one, and that's my favorite song on that album.
Yeah. It's besides, but I love that entire project because I can't wait to hear. I'm sick and tired of your loose breath. That was my shit. Yes. It's too many times you guys are coming to me.
It was for me. What I love, my favorite thing, and I know it's kind of slightly off, but my favorite thing about 90s projects was in early 2000s was the skits. Cause I couldn't wait to hear, and it's the LIYAH. I could not fucking wait to hear that shit.
Ooh, it's the A to the A.
You're fucking annoying. For those of y'all who didn't just catch it, she just spelled her name.
That's how corny I was back in the day. I don't give a damn.
No, I real shit. I was corny and shit like that too, because I definitely always used to put my name in. Ushers, they call me. I used to be like, I used to put in my first and last name because my name was longer than Usher's. So I had to like rush it, and I used to always have to rush my last name. So it would be, they call me CHRISTINE. LOMAX. That shit was so corny. Like you said, we was fucking corny.
And the level up ghetto just got to here.
But we was so corny.
But we was so corny though.
We thought that shit was so good. It's Saturday night.
I'm in my Reeboks, cruising the streets.
And Reeboks was my shit. I used to love me a good classic.
Period, niece.
A good classic.
But yes, nonetheless, I'm so happy for her
baby girl.
Being released.
Girl.
It's the baby girl for me.
Better known as Aaliyah.
Yes, I cannot wait to get back into some of these videos. She had some of the best videos.
Bitch,
she had one of
I know everybody remember Rock the Boat.
Yes,
I know.
Because the best choreographer in the world did that video too, just like she did with Remember the Time from, and she was only what 19, 20 when she choreographed that.
Yeah, she was very young.
She was very young. I'm just like, yo, she always came correct. Her and Boom Cat was always my favorite.
Boom Cat.
Yes. Who was that? Lorianne Gibson.
Lorianne Gibson.
Yes,
man. And I got a 4-page letter.
Yes.
The fucking choreography.
Yes.
From
that was our shit.
Letter.
That was our shit.
Her and the dude. If anybody can find that fucking dude today.
Yes.
Where is the leading man from 4-page letter video today?
Where's he at?
Somebody find him, please, and in the comments let us fucking know. Tag his ass. Send him to our Instagram.
Try again with the shit. Are you that somebody?
What would you do?
And More Than a Woman. That was my shit.
That's the one I'm waiting on too. Yes.
I'm so happy.
We missed her music for so.
We need a resolution.
We got to.
I'm like standing real hard right now. Let me calm down.
Yes.
Let me calm. Rest in peace, baby girl. I'm so sorry. But while we're on the topic of Aaliyah, let's dive a little bit into, like, you know, as far as like the uncle and what he had to say and stuff like that. I
don't believe him. If anybody heard, so just a little bit of what we're talking about. Aaliyah's uncle, Barry Hankerson. He interviewed recently on one of the radio shows. I think it was the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. And, you know, he talked about, they wanted to ask about how he felt about R. Kelly's trial and the different statements and the testimonies that were being stated. And his reaction was too nonchalant for me. He pretty much he stated that he wasn't even listening or wasn't aware of what was going on during the trial. He didn't hear none of the statements. Now, let's be fucking clear. I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. But I've still heard of clips and statements and seen different quotes of things that were said in the trial. Exactly. When something is that big, you can't escape it. Just like when your niece died, you could not escape it. When he went on trial originally for your niece, you couldn't escape that. So shut the fuck up with you not watching this shit. He knew exactly what happened, and I just feel like he stayed in the shadows all these years for a fucking reason. Yeah. Because he knew he was too close knit to the situation, and potentially you introduced her to the situation. So I do think that you had some sort of knowledge about what was going on, and you just didn't say nothing because like everybody else, you was getting paid too.
Yep. And unfortunately, when you're around a situation like that, and you know you are privy to certain things, and years later down the line, when that person is being nailed to the fucking cross for it, excuse the the very raw statement, it kind of blows a hole open on your personal life, and I think that's what people think about, but they don't consider the people who were involved, like how their lives were altered and changed for the worse and after all these years, and how these women were, you know, being infected with herpes and shit like that. Like, that's a lot. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm willing to bet a lot of people that it ain't just the people who's saying that they got it. It's people who ain't saying that they got it. You know, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. And it's just like you willingly are doing that to people. That's just so fucked up. Like, damn.
But I do feel like just the way that was advocate a little
going back ain't wise neither.
Right. But I do feel like I said, and I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
But I do feel like once a person is already in a situation where, like you said, they're already being nailed to the cross, it's not really much more that you can say about them that many people won't believe. Because of the dynamics and the stipulations surrounding this case with R. Kelly, it's, even if it's something that's not specifically true, it's really not much that people are not going to believe when it comes to tainting the reputation and the history or in the livelihood of R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And that's with anybody. When somebody's already in the hot seat, it's not hard to keep making them the bad guy.
It's not hard to keep warming it up
because they already the bad guy. And I just say that to say that it's just like I don't feel like how all of the statements were necessarily how they came to light. I don't necessarily feel like there was 100% truth that was shared with the world. I'm gonna say it that way. It can easily happen to
anybody.
The predator that the finger's being pointed at currently. So that's just my little part in playing devil's advocate. So what I like to say is for anybody with any situation, just listen to all the facts. The way that the law approaches things, when you go into a courtroom, people are innocent until proven guilty. Yep. Even if somebody is guilty, it's not what you know, it's about what you can prove. So I'm just going to let that sit and
that's it.
Where that's at. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah, so that was a really, that was like, I was like, oh, okay, you didn't know. All right, whatever. Crickets. But then, while we were on that topic, I was sort of thinking about like the whole Normani situation and how she sampled Aaliyah's song, and I'm just like, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm a person that listens to her, can name you singles or
there's been better samples, project. Though.
I'm just like, no.
Well, I've never heard her name until like the last maybe year
Normani, I forgot. I don't know if I'm saying. She's been around for a couple years now. I started seeing her name out of nowhere because of like different things that like different, you know.
I started seeing her name on the blogs, but for reasons why I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, people like her. I'm not saying she doesn't. She definitely has a fan base. I know people who, you know, listen to her who swear by her music, but then there's other people who feel like, you know, they feel like she's talented, but sometimes the hits that she makes, quote unquote, don't just be hitting, so to speak. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, cause if you go and take an Aaliyah sample, it got us.
Yeah, because I feel like it got us. Tank's One in a Million.
Oh, I love that song. Yeah,
was bomb, and I hate the fact that I can't say I hate the fact that Tank is an independent artist, but people like artists like her, like Tank, who have bomb ass records, like what you're saying. People are saying about Normani, she's very talented, but her hits just don't be hitting. Tank got hits who be fucking hitting, and they just don't hit the fucking charts or the radio. Like, and there's many artists like that. Yeah. So I feel like it's a battle. Yeah. Because that whole, I didn't even really realize it was an Aaliyah sample until I got maybe about to the chorus of that song. And I was like, stop, what is this?
It was the beat. That's what did it for me, because it's like when the beat came on, I was like, all right, they didn't really change.
I wasn't paying it no mind though. I think it's because it was playing on the radio when I listened to it.
Okay, yeah.
But when it got to, I said, stop, what is this?
Yeah. It wasn't for me.
It's not for me.
It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea.
It's not mine either. And if you can send me anything better by Normani to try to convince me otherwise, or that she's talented,
I'm open to it.
I'm open to it. But that right there, that was supposed to be like charted.
It was, yeah.
It's not charted.
Not charted.
Not on my book, at least.
Yeah, not on my watch. It's skin o'clock.
That shit is ass. And y'all gotta stop thinking just because these artists, I hate when artists think just because they take a specific sample that it's
automatically gonna be a sample.
Like, I know this is totally off, but like the City Girls with that whole fucking twerkulator sample.
Yeah, I didn't.
That shit was ass.
I didn't like that.
That shit was ass. Y'all took fucking. I want a slim fine woman with some twerk with her and fucking killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all took that shit and killed it. Y'all even did a half decent job with fucking Salt and Peppers. I'll take your man. Then you come and give me that shit.
It's like if you gonna keep doing it, you always gotta hit it.
Like it's like what people say about Sweetie. If you're going to be known to be a sampler, because people say Sweetie's known for sampling.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta keep doing a good job at it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Megan Thee Stallion would have fucking came out with any less of a fucking sample that she did on Big Old Fucking Freak.
That
and
first of all,
bust her in the head.
She killed. That was one of my favorite. Yo,
and Lil Ju, that young nigga killed that shit.
Yes, he did.
And if the beat live, you know, Lil Ju made it. Hey, I started specifically looking into like his production and his artistry and his creativity. Literally, after I found out who he was and this was the young man that did that. Because I felt like he did that much of a great job with that fucking remix and that sample.
Yes, he
did that much of a good job. He made me fucking really think about that shit. That was good. Now that's sampling. This, because I just want to know, who approved this Normani sample? Was it Timbo? Was it the Aaliyah? Was it the Aaliyah estate? Who approved this? And then what record label said that it was hot, that it was like doable to put on record and to put on in my public ears for me to listen to on radio?
The same people probably who did Rumors.
Yeah, and the rumor has it that shit charted at the fucking top of the charts.
I don't know how.
And that shit was ass.
It's not. Once again, it's not my cup of tea.
Listen, Cardi, I fuck with you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzo, I fuck with you. I generally, I can say I like their personalities
mm-hmm.
as people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're two very outspoken individuals. I think they say what they feel. I think they're very fearless individuals. They're very emotionally strong women. Woman-wise, woman empowerment, I'm here behind them 100%. But that fucking music collab,
it wasn't for me. It wasn't for you neither. It wasn't for me.
And I'm like, I realized that Cardi is kind of known for kind of like creating these songs with the titles that kind of like are catchy. She got these catchy song titles.
Yeah.
Rumors. She had Press. Like she's taking like I noticed that she does stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what people do, what your team does for you, doesn't necessarily translate over to what you're trying to do on a collaborative project. And
I feel sound,
like, I feel like that's where this Rumor song went a little bit off.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't even get through the whole fucking song.
Yeah, me neither. I heard a clip of it and I just wasn't a fan. I just decided I wasn't gonna listen to it. That was just gonna be that. Pretty much.
And I do, and not to say that people with two different sounds can't collaborate.
Oh, they can. They most likely can. Yeah, they most definitely can.
They definitely have two different sounds, but I'm just like, for whatever reason, it was annoying to hear both of them on a track together.
Probably because of what the song was about and the structure.
I can't even tell you what the song was about, to be honest.
Rumors.
I mean, obviously, what rumor, I don't know. But as far as like the sound, because Lizzo has one of those, like I feel like I have an annoying voice. And I feel like Lizzo does too. And I feel like Cardi does too. Like she has like that. She does like this dramatic thing with her voice, like kind of like Nicki does, like this, like that. Like it sounds like a crying hippo or something.
Oh gosh, a crying hippo. I don't
like
know if hippos make a sound.
It's like shroom, like it just sounds weird. Like
crooning.
Like she's trying. Like she's
crooning.
Like like that's like she's pruning something.
I'm done with you. That's
like, I'm sorry y'all for the sound effect, but literally that's the sound effect that her fucking voice gives me.
Okay.
And Cardi just got that, Cardi ghetto, Cardi from the hood, and then she got that Hispanic accent. So it's like that's right there, that Hispanic hood. Those two, it was just real annoying to hear for me.
Yeah, but sonically it wasn't for me. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I don't even remember. To be honest, do you even remember what the beat sounded like? I don't even remember the production. It wasn't memorable.
No, but all I can say is I feel like that line that they keep talking about, how she said she basically like the bar or something was like or whatever, the part of the verse whatever was like she's been turning fat girls into hoes or freaks or some shit like that. Like, yeah, basically. Like, but like how? Yeah, weird shit. I don't know. You know, she got to stop letting society get to her.
She do, because you do all this wild shit and then you want to get online and cry.
Yeah. It's like make it.
You
allowed to be human.
Yeah.
You allowed to be human. We gonna have times when we cry in the car, and days when we want to hug one. So I mean,
but like cry in the car, I feel like I'm not gonna be the person that shows off all of this. Blah blah blah. I ain't never scared. Don't let kind of hurt me up. Say whatever you want. I know I'm this. Like no, we're not doing that.
We're not.
So nevertheless, rumor has it that's the rumor is just not a good song. So.
And rumor has it Drake and fucking what's it called supposed to be dropping an album on the same day. Now I'm about tired of Kanye. Now listen, I'm not even going to delve all the way into that.
Drake is petty. They both petty.
I just want to say you done drug these people out to 2 separate events for your CD that still has not dropped, and you got a nerve to drop at the same day as Drake.
Or is Drake dropping the same day
as you? Doesn't. I don't know which way it was. Drake. Either way, Drake never made no official announcements before.
Recently?
Before recently. So it's just like, you were the one saying you were coming out with an album this whole time. Technically, your album was supposed to come out, I believe, August 9th. It was supposed to come out, if I'm not wrong. So what the fuck exactly happened?
Well, when they talking about niggas got pre-orders and niggas got tickets to all these listening parties, Kanye already made his money for this damn album.
Pretty much. And if
anytime you're what the hell is Donda?
That's his mother's name.
Oh. What the hell is a Donda?
Donda West. Yeah, that's her name.
Well, she wasn't my mother, so I didn't know her name, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, but what the hell is a Donda? Still.
Yeah, that's her name.
I've never met anyone with that name.
I mean, me neither, but that's his name. I never met nobody named Kanye neither. She did him a favor.
They just come from a family of weird ass names.
Yeah, made up.
Donda. Yeah, no. Yes, for anybody who watches this, oh my God, you didn't know his mom's name was Donda, bitch. No, because it's not my mom.
Yeah,
the fuck?
I didn't know that. I don't know.
My mom name ain't Donda, and my mom name ain't Rhonda. The fuck? I'm just saying. Alright, well, now that I got that answer. Kanye's petty, and he's stealing people's money.
Yes, with this rollout remake of his getting on my nerves. With this rollout remake.
And what the fuck was up with this? I didn't even want to fucking say this, but it just irked me to look at. What the fuck was up with this wedding? He was giving that the church that he put, that was the stage. First of all, it was definitely giving stage play vibes for one. And if anybody remembers, it looks like the church house from the opening scene of What's Love Got to Do With It. Remember when she was walking down the dirt road and she was going to the church house because she was going to the church house to rehearse?
It was giving Carrie to me. That's what it
gave.
A scary movie.
It gave like slavery vibes to me.
So he was supposed to. So he actually recreated his childhood home too.
That's what that was supposed to
be.
And
had it in the wherever they had his last shindig at. They actually had he actually had his house, a replica of his house from his childhood made and put on the set of where they were having the show at. Because you know that's how he is.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. To be able to have enough money to be able to do something like that is dope as fuck.
Hell yeah.
To recreate your childhood home. And Kanye has always been a creative.
Yes.
Well, the creative side.
And he walked off the stage on fire. Did you see that?
I saw a clip of that.
Tim came out, all types of shit.
Yeah, I'm like, what was this?
They were like, is this a reconciliation? I'm just like,
it was giving Bride of Chucky to me though.
Me too. And I'm just like, didn't she just announce the fact that she's not going to get rid of she's not getting rid of
her last name,
but
which is respectable.
He's going to legally change his name to just
Ye. And which, I mean, it's not necessary, but I mean that's
like,
okay. So that's like if you legally change your name to Anna.
Yeah, right. True. It's just like dropping the rest of it.
It's just like it's not necessary, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's whatever. It's your name.
I don't know. They're just going through I just think they're going through an identity crisis.
I think
together. Because they're separating and they were just
them Kardashians already got their own internal family wars patterns and shit that goes on that people don't know what the fuck why they do what they do, and Kanye
or how they operate.
Yeah, Kanye joined that, and he was already a little weird when he went into that. So as a collective, they work for the devil. So
I'm hollering.
We just gonna leave that there.
I'm done with you. Not they work for the devil. I'm so done.
Collectively, they work for the devil. Because I'm trying to figure out if this album is supposed to be named after your mother, and it should be a dedication to her, correct? Yeah. It's like a book that I'm dedicating this book to. If I'm an author, you see it in the preface, I'm dedicating this book to you, such, rest in peace on it all. Then the album should make sense. Nothing you did concerning this album yet, though, made sense.
And I wasn't at I don't know what happened at these shows, so I don't know. From what I've seen, it's just like, as far as the house, I get it. The house is the only thing that has made sense thus far.
When you told me that the album is named after his mother, and you now tell me that he recreated his childhood home in one of his shows. That's the only thing, but everything else those are the two things that connect and that relate. But I would have to now hear the music to see.
And one more thing added to that. There was a record that he put out. I didn't listen to it. But there was a record that he put out with Jay-Z, and supposedly...
Was it a full record?
Yeah, it was a full record. Hov had a verse on it, and supposedly...
The Baby replaced it?
The Baby replaced him. So people are mad about that. I thought it was a full record.
I have to find it, because again, I didn't know it was a full record. I thought he only played like a sample of Jay-Z doing like a talking intro. But again, like I said, we weren't at the shows. I wasn't at the listening party, so I'm not sure exactly what was on full display and what you guys were privy to at the show.
It was a bit much.
But I heard, from based on reactions, I heard the Baby fucking ripped it.
Yeah, I seen mixed reviews. I seen some people saying he did, some people saying, is he out his fucking mind? Like, you don't ever just get rid of a Hov verse. Are you fucking
I saw that, but I was in reference to like the Baby's actual, like how he performed. That's what I saw, that the Baby performed well on the record, and then yet, like you said, the people were just upset that you replaced Hov for the Baby. But I feel like they would say that about anybody, unless it was like Tupac or Biggie. People would be like, "Oh, how the fuck would you do that?"
True, but it's just Hov.
But I was I'm just like I was under the impression that Hov did not do a verse, that it was just a talking piece. So I'm not sure. I was under that impression based on how the reviews were looking, but I don't know.
Girl, we don't know. But
so Miss Donda.
Speaking of remakes and do-overs, yes, Miss Donda,
we'll see you soon.
We hope you'll be rolling.
Miss Donda up yonder, we'll hear you soon.
But yes, let's hop into these topics, girls. So.
Oh, speaking of remakes and reboots.
Remakes we were not here for. I'm just going to start with the first one that comes to mind for me.
Go ahead.
Coming to America. We did not ask y'all for that. I'm so sorry. I just had to put it out there because as quick as it came on the screen, nobody's talking about it anymore.
And it definitely was out earlier this year.
Nobody is talking about that shit anymore. And it's not even to discredit all of the cameos, the artistry. It was beautifully, and I'm talking about visually,
the creative
beautiful.
Yes, it was.
Rick Ross' house is all that. Yes. They had them looking real crispy.
Right, I would have never known it was Rick Ross's home that they filmed in unless they put it out there.
Yeah, they did. They did put that out there.
I saw it. I said, okay, that's nice.
I'm just like...
Just like Tyler Perry shoots a lot of his films at his own.
But who asked y'all for that?
Now, again, I had mixed reviews because I didn't ask y'all for it.
There's nothing mixed about my review. Like, I'm just...
I watched it now. When I watched it the first time, I was just like... I'm going to tell you why I had mixed reviews, because I watched it twice. When I watched it the first time, I didn't feel the way that I felt the first time as I did the second. That's why my reviews are mixed. So, I watched it the first time, and I was for one, excited because literally Coming to America is literally one of my favorite movies of all fucking time. Like, literally one of my favorite movies growing up. And I'm like, if I don't know every fucking joke and fucking Eddie Murphy line in that movie, I don't know who do. So I was excited for it to hear it. So when I seen it coming out, I was a little iffy about the cast. And I was like, damn, this is too many people in this. How they gonna make this work? When I saw it, I was like, okay, they actually made it work in a good way. But I'm not gonna lie, I think the different dynamics and the pieces that social media started pointing out started to hit me as I watched it the second time, because I was just like, okay, now I noticed what people were saying when they said this part was a little cheesy. I think my excitement kind of overpowered little things that was actually that was actually shown in the movie. Like I said, when I watched it the second time, I was like, okay, no. But again, when it came to creative direction, every fucking wardrobe, fucking song piece, the looks, the choreography, that shit did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, but it's just like.
But I'm with y'all on that.
It has to be a full body thing, like everything, all the gears got to be turned. It can't be some struggling trying to get turned around.
Yeah, because Prince Akeem, we didn't need him. I said Prince Akeem, excuse me. The junior, whatever his name. What's his name? Hakeem, Rakeem, Ramik, whatever his name was. He wasn't the best actor. That was the other thing.
And I'm glad they gave him a chance, but he just wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't the best actor. He didn't perform the best. He tried, but he didn't. He kind of reminded me of, if anybody watches The Shy, he reminded me of Emmett.
I'm cracking up. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
He gave me Emmett vibes. Now, I love Emmett in other stuff, but in The Shy, he gives me like the cheesiest action, acting.
I'm cracking
up. I feel like. But that's the kind of vibes Prince Akeem Jr., whatever his name was, that's what he gave me in Coming to America.
That's probably why I never finished. Now it makes sense. Okay.
What?
It just was some shit. Like, The Shy is not bad. I just feel like some of the acting was just like I could snap a cracker.
No, and The Shy is my show, but I agree with you on that. And the only thing that kept me going out though in The Shy, honestly, was the storyline. And it was certain things that was happening in the story. I'm just like, damn, I want to see how that's going to end out. So it kept me watching, but I completely agree with you with some of the acting on The Shy being not the best.
Because I'm going to tell you something. If Kanan don't turn up this week, we going to have some issues.
Yeah, because we had a week off.
It better be turned this week. I'm sorry to jump around. I'm gonna look into the new BMF show. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that. That's supposed to start in September.
Wait, what's supposed to start?
Another show on Star Sports supposed to be called BMF. I forgot who's starring in it.
Is it Blowing Money Fast?
Yes.
Oh.
So
well, I love a good drug show.
I mean, yeah, and Stars is on a roll with these these kinds of shows. So for me, I just feel like it needs to be on point. And Full Force Tommy has to be on point also, because if it's not,
I agree with that. I do think that's going to be... I think Tommy going to be the best one outside of the original Power series.
Me too.
I'm not going to lie.
I know it.
Because Tommy gives it. Tommy fucking brings
He always understands the fucking assignment.
Tommy, when I tell you Tommy comes
he aces that shit.
Come through. Tommy comes through.
Skin trying to be on fire, okay?
Tommy comes through.
So what other remakes? So Coming to America,
we wasn't really here for that. I heard they coming up with another Andy reboot.
Nobody's
we not here for that. And let me just say this about reboots and remakes in general. I know over the past several years, we've gone through a lot with social injustice, and we're trying to bring a lot of things to light as African American individuals, as people of color, and we're trying to get a lot of things flipped as far as within our government and getting things to be equalized across the board and universally. But that does not mean that everything has to be turned into a black or white. We don't have to do a black version of everything. We already did a black version of Annie because Jamie Foxx was in it. He was Mr. Daddy Warbucks.
I don't got time for that.
And I'm like, that wasn't bad, but it was kind of cheesy too. I only watched it to support Jamie Foxx because I love Jamie Foxx's acting. But we didn't need that.
No, we didn't need that.
And then now you coming up with this. Now,
just like we didn't. Yeah.
Again, we had Aladdin. Aladdin was another one now Aladdin was good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. That was the one. That was one of the ones I was happy with.
Now I ain't gonna lie, because Aladdin gave me just what the cartoon Disney version gave me. It was just a live version.
Yep.
I felt like these other reboots, you're doing too much with trying to make it more believable for the new millennials.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not giving what the original gave. So it's not giving the same impact. It's not giving the same humor.
I didn't even take the time to watch the new Space Jam, but I heard that some people really.
I didn't either, but I heard a lot of people did though.
I heard the kids liked it, but the people that our age didn't really care for it.
Yeah, mixed reviews. I did not take the time, but that was again also another one I didn't feel like needed to be redone, and I also didn't feel like Space Jam was good enough to be rebooted.
No.
I mean, I was just like, for what it was at the age we were when it came out,
it was everything.
It was alright, but as we got older, I realized I was just like, this was one of the dumbest fucking movies I ever watched, and I said that before I turned 18.
Like Jessica Rabbit, and it was terrible.
Yeah,
Roger Rabbit.
Oh Lord. Now she was a fly rabbit bitch, but outside of that,
it just was.
What the fuck was that movie even about?
I don't know, bitch. I can't even tell you. I don't remember. I might well lie to y'all.
I don't remember what Roger Rabbit was about.
And what's another remake that I did not care for?
It was Aladdin at this point was the best remake.
And Lion King made me mad because they didn't do all the songs. Prepared. They made me mad as shit. I don't care if that was the villain song. I don't care if Uncle Scar.
Now that was another
Uncle Scar and the hyenas and them. Fuck that.
The only reason why it lasted, it did what it did because y'all kept the same exact storyline. Mm-hmm. But again, y'all fucked up because Lion King was a 2-part thing. It wasn't just the storyline. It was the fucking songs.
Yep.
It was the musical that came from Lion King. That y'all did. First of all, I still have those songs in elementary school. As part of my graduation ceremony.
Yes, and let me just say this while we're here talking about.
I led
one of my favorites cartoon movies from back in the day was Prince of Egypt, and that music was not to
Don't play with Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey when you believe.
Think about remaking that movie. Let me just tell y'all, it better be some people who color it in.
The only reason why I don't think they'll remake it is because it's religious based.
And the people better be colored in if y'all even try it.
That's the only reason why I think they won't remake that, because that was a special kind. Yeah, that was a special one. I don't think they'll remake that one. I really don't. But now that you said it, now I'm inspired to watch it again.
I love
because my mother. That was like that was like a Sunday movie that we watched together as a family. Because anybody who's growing up in the church, I think you probably seen like every church movie or whatever that you could see. But that was one of our things like
that we used to do
on Sunday. What Prince of Egypt? Yeah, little Sunday dinner, little Prince of Egypt, and then me and my mom used to sing "When You Believe" by Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. So yeah. I that. It always gave me. It was an emotional ending. It always brought, and it always inspired me to say, all right, God, I'm gonna go back to church, and I'm not gonna say I'm tired of going 7 days a week.
Anyway, back to the remakes at hand.
I'm just saying,
what else has been remade? What else has been remade? Because I'm about tired of her. She get on my nerves.
Remix. Oh, when I come to the door, I'm about to.
That was one of the. My ass shake. Now that's a remix. I'm always gonna be. That's a.
I'm like that when she do that there. Ow! We was definitely talking about movie reboots and they rebooted or remaking a couple of TV shows, I think, aren't they? That I don't think I was here for. I think the ones that they're rebooting, I'm not necessarily here for. Oh, I heard that they was rebooting the game, but that's taking some time. Tamara did like a TikTok, and because it was like one of the questions that people they were asking her, was there going to be a reboot of Sister Sister? She said no. They asked her, was she going to be in the cast of the reboot for the game, and she also said no. So that kind of, I guess, kind of semi-confirmed there was going to be a reboot or somehow of the game, possibly. I guess they're working on it. I guess they're trying to figure out how to incorporate, you know what I mean, if certain people aren't going to, because that's normally the biggest thing.
I'm terrible when it comes to shows like that. I feel like Power is really the only thing I really ever kept up with as far as series wise. If it's not a limited series, it really has to be good.
I started watching the game with my mom, so that's probably why I caught up. I left up on it.
Child, I'm the
worst. But that's like another. Well, I guess it wasn't a reboot or a remake. I guess it was an additional film to Best Man Holiday. Sure. People didn't expect that film to be good because of how good the Best Man original was, but when they brung the storyline though. They filled in every line that they were supposed to, unlike Coming to America 30 years later. They filled in every line that they were supposed to. Listen, 20 years, niggas had kids, niggas got sick, careers then fell up. I feel like that was one of the best continuation, I guess, like series or movies, or whether show or series. I feel like that was one of the best that they did. Because the original was great, but that movie is also, The Best Man Holiday is a great movie, standalone by itself as well.
Yeah, it is. It is a good movie. I like The Best Man Holiday.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I enjoyed it. And left right off at the fucking wedding. Started right off at the wedding where they left off. And that was the best part for me. Like, yes! Start off where we left off at the end with a wedding. Come on with the... Yeah, tastes like candy. Yes! I was so excited to see that. So,
not you in the face.
No, for real. I'm not going to even lie. When The Best Man Holiday... When they did that, that was kind of... That made me excited for like reboots or remakes or... part 2s or 3s or additional series for shows.
Something I'm not here for.
That made me excited, but
I don't need it.
Oh, baby!
I'm not here for that.
I just posted that.
Yeah, I'm
yesterday. I don't think I'm here for that. I saw the trailer, and the trailer. Well, I guess what was supposed to be the trailer. I mean, it was just them walking up with the with T.I. talking, but it's just like realistically, and when you hear the different things he's talking about, what the fuck? You only saw one twin. As well, I noticed that. Anybody else realized it was only one twin?
Oh no!
I
didn't see the trailer at all.
So when you watch the trailer, literally it's not even a trailer. It's, I guess you would consider it a trailer, but it's literally T.I. doing like a voiceover of, I guess, the intro or introducing, I guess, what is kind of introducing what the the storyline is going to be. But I really couldn't even kind of grasp it. It's just like, well, it's called ATL The Homecoming. Well, first of all, we don't even know if everybody went to college. Homecomings normally happen in college. But nevertheless, it's ATL, so in the South, high schools do it too. They big on that.
Yeah.
But it was everybody just kind of, it was a visual of everybody just kind of walking in one by one. And then you see like, okay, it's all original cast members. And I will say that. Well, literally with the exception of one twin. Mm-hmm. You know how it was Nunu in the twins. Mm-hmm. There's only one twin.
Maybe so. Is the other one still pregnant?
No, the one who was pregnant by OC Genesis.
She had a baby.
Yeah, that baby been here.
Was the other one pregnant? No, is she not having kids or something? I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Maybe I'm thinking of it backwards. Anywho,
but
not here for it. I'm okay with.
In my head, when I think about reboots or part 2,
it has to make sense.
It's like what would the story be?
You have to be drawn from somewhere.
Where would it draw from? And I'm like, y'all left at like, okay, we know Nunu and Rashad got back together because she went and she met him at the hospital or whatever like that. We know Esquire went off to college. We know what was Jason Weaver's name in the movie? I can't remember at the time. I'm drawing a blank. Fucking Teddy.
Yeah.
Was it Teddy?
Yeah. I think it was Teddy.
Yeah, it was Teddy. We know he finally graduated, and I can't even remember what happened to damn, I forgot the one name from New York, but he was the thicker friend. He was from New York. He wasn't.
Son. We gonna call him Son.
Son. I'll call you Son because you shine like one. Feel me?
I'm cracking up.
But yeah, that's all it was. So
yeah,
I don't know.
It wasn't given to me. But yeah, those remakes can definitely trip you up and or flip you up. You gotta be careful.
Not trip you up or flip you up.
Don't think that everything needs a remake. We not here for it.
Everything don't need a remake.
We ain't asked you for that.
Moving forward, Hollywood, make sure you give us a fucking voters poll.
Get the general consensus.
Get the general population's consensus of what we're going to want before you put it out there. Because then when they fucking flop in the fucking theaters in the box office, y'all be mad as shit. But wait, no, I ain't gonna lie. Somebody gonna say that the budget for ATL was $4.79. I was cracking the fuck up. I was on Twitter screaming.
Y'all all need Jesus. All of y'all.
It was the Twitter feed for me. Twitter, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Recently, I have gotten back on Twitter, and when I tell y'all I have, and the shit is still as funny as it fucking was since I left.
Child, I don't think I'll ever go back.
I'm only going back for the comments.
I don't even need Instagram is the fuck enough.
It's too funny.
Instagram does it for me. That's who does it for me.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I'm really surprised Twitter is still up and kicking.
It is. I am too, but it is.
I am completely shocked that people still are interested in it.
Because we were in college when we was like heavy Twitter feed.
I thought it was going to be like Vine and just disappeared.
It disappeared. Yeah, I did too. I'm not gonna be like, I'm like, it lingered for a while, but I did think that, I'm like, all right, it lingered for a while, but people gonna end up getting tired of it. But I ain't gonna lie, I thought the same thing about Facebook too.
They was gonna Facebook did die, but I mean now that they're the same thing as Instagram, it's not going anywhere.
And I think the only thing that realistically kept Facebook alive was the fact that it was older people that joined it to keep up and be nosy with younger family members, kids, grandkids, all that. I think that's.
But everybody started getting back on here now because they seen that it's back, the track back jumping. Everybody's still on it.
I mean, of course, it's still another social media outlet, so you gotta use it for what you can or you can use it for.
What you need it for.
So I mean, it makes sense. But I mean, I guess speaking of old people. We gotta swing it back. We gotta swing it back. Old
way
back. Fucking
back into time.
Slang.
Old school slang. Oh Lord.
First of all, we from Philly, so it's not old. It's an ongoing slang term, and that's how you know that Philly is influential, because they definitely put Jawn in the dictionary.
Yes, they did. Everybody uses that Jawn now.
Definitely do. Just give you a look at a moment. It definitely does.
Jawn is a thing.
Jawn
you gotta go on buses and billboards.
Is a noun. It represents a person, place, or thing.
Restaurants have it as part of their menus here.
Yes.
All types of shit.
Philly has definitely created a big culture around the word Jawn.
Like,
it's a big thing.
I don't even know why.
But again, Philly is a very dramatic city.
Yes.
I love my city. And I hate my city at the same time. Because Philly is a city that's quick to jump on something, but we can also be quick to tear something down depending on how much we like it or how much we don't.
Yeah, pray for us.
So, I just feel like once that Jawn thing, again, that shit is classic.
And that's been since...
I don't not remember saying
Jawn. And Jawn was always a thing. Like, I don't think I've ever...
Jawn was derived from Jawn.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, Jawn, yeah. I feel like Jawn derived.
When did we start? I can't even tell you when we started saying
shit. That's what I'm saying. I don't ever remember not saying Jawn.
And drawn and draw.
Yes.
Because it's drawn, like you drawn, like chill, you drawn.
And let's be clear, we're talking about old school Philly slang for the most part, because we know slang differs
now,
in different cities, states, and all that. Yeah, because it's some things you can hear, you're saying what? I think you're being disrespectful, but you guys are being clipboard calling each other nicknames in other cities and towns. It's just like, oh.
Like we say hype here. We say hype. Hype is forever going to be something that people say. I think that's an East Coast thing as it is anyway.
Hype is shit.
Like, in the West Coast they hyphy, but they mean dancing and shit when they over there. So that's something
different.
What? Hyphy. Like that's the culture over there. That's a dance culture. That's the whole.
Oh, that's what they mean when they say that.
The E40 movement, like hyphy. Let's get hyphy. Yeah, like let's get.
Yeah, I heard Sweetie said that in one of her songs.
Like get crunk.
I'm like, that's what that means.
Yeah. Like get crunk. Like Lil Jon and them. You was get crunk music. Like
crunk is definitely like, but I think. Crunk is like a culture.
Crunk is a culture, but so
it's
is
like
hyphy.
A dance.
So is hyphy though.
Yeah, I never knew that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not. I'm like, I never realized that. Like, I just paid attention to the fact that I actually heard that word.
Yeah.
In Sweetie's song.
When they go dumb doing the dreads and all that shit, the hyphy movement, that's a whole big. All of that is there. That's a culture. That is.
I never knew that.
West Coast. Yes, I don't know every single little tiny detail or derivative, but those are different ingredients of the culture of the West Coast. Yes, hyphy's a thing over there, but we think
the only thing I know, so is crip walking a part of their culture?
Girl, that we gonna leave the gangs where the gangs is at and let them bang.
Well, crip walking is a dance. Now
it is. People just do it because they can, but let's be clear. Crip walking ain't for
it wasn't. But by the time we started coming up, they started incorporating
only
it in the videos.
Because it was in video. But they were people from the neighborhoods that were supposed to be doing that shit. Absolutely. That lived that lifestyle. We just did it because we was kids and didn't know what the fuck we was doing.
I think Snoop brought it over into mainstream. Because we started seeing it in music videos, which is why we started doing it as kids.
Yeah, well, yeah. But not knowing that these people were...
Right. Yeah.
Into that culture, like living that lifestyle every day. Like, we don't know what the fuck it's like to walk out our house and with a pack of oodles in a bowl, but look up at a fucking palm tree. Like, we don't got that over here. That's a different type of culture when you think about it.
Yeah, because I would enjoy looking up at a palm tree every day.
Fuck no, but they still dodging bullets and shit like we is too.
I mean, yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying I would rather look up at a palm tree than a fucking oak tree with no leaves and snow. I'm just saying.
I'm so over her. So what's some other old school saying that we used to say back in the day?
Step on a crack, break your mama's back.
I'm trying to think.
Oh man, old school slang. You know, like I said, Philly was definitely different. I feel like there's a lot that we used to say that's not coming to my head right now.
Why you all in my crib? Like,
why you all in my crib? Oh, you know we used to be my shit. Now that you just said that. Y'all know I was a little feisty back when I was a kid. I used to tell people, "I'll rock your fucking snap out."
Yes, that's the old saying. Yes, that's the old saying. Yes. Dick your fucking boots.
Yeah, dick your fucking boots. Now mind, these are all fighting terms, people.
Yes.
These are all fighting terms. Rock your fucking snot.
See, but dick boots can be different things. Because if your boots is dick or your shoes is dick, they dick. That mean they fucked up.
Right. So it was two ways to use that term.
Yes.
If you're telling somebody, "I'll dick your fucking boots,"
and then once we got older,
I'll beat you up.
There's another third way they got to. They used to be how niggas would say they do that shit to you in the bedroom too. I've heard niggas.
Oh yeah, like, right. Like I'll dick your fucking boots. Damn, like I'll give you the dick and dick your fucking boots. I'll dick your fucking boots. Or damn, you got some dick fucking boots.
I hate you. It's you that I hate. I'm done. I'm so done with you. Holla back. Remember that holla back was corny as shit.
Holla back and woo woo.
Yes, holla back, youngkin.
Fab started.
Remember we used to hang up one or water.
Yeah, one. Yeah, we stole that shit from New York though. We did. One and water. No, water was my shit. That fucking
so corny.
Fucking what movie? Fucking Paid in Full. That's the movie we got water from.
Yeah, gotcha.
He like fucking Dame Dashing him and fucking Nori. He like yo some. All right, water.
Yeah.
That's
hang up
that.
The phone.
Mm-hmm. That's that one. One was definitely my shit. All right, one. That we definitely took that shit from New York. It worked its way down, but I think it kind of stopped with Philly.
I hate you. What other thing we used to say when we was back in the day?
Oh man, first of all, the trifold of dick your fucking boots. I'm still not over.
That was funny as shit.
That's funny.
That was funny as shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Because you know what we have to think about? Just think about how we used to
get jiggy with it. Nah. That was corny. It was corny back in the day.
Yeah, the early 2000s was a corny ass era.
We used to say get jiggy.
Yeah, like,
when I'm in traffic and somebody, I ain't gonna lie now, I don't know. When I'm in traffic and somebody's doing too much and I feel like they about to fucking draw or do some shit. Here we go, using draw again. Draw will forever. Slow your fucking roll, big timer. I'm big on that shit. I don't know where the fuck I got that shit from, but I really been saying that for the fucking longest.
You sound like the
slow your fucking roll, big timer. That
sounds like the black version of you're skating on the ice, buddy.
Seriously, like seriously. Sorry. I hate you.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Damn, slang was a big thing. I think we gotta get into that. That gotta be a little bit more in conversation. We might gotta bring some friends in. I think it's a lot of shit that we're actually forgetting. Indefinitely.
It is. I can't think of anything else. I really can't. Maybe I'm just getting old. Is that what's happening? They used to call us chickadees back in the day. I thought that was so fucking corny.
Oh, Young Thundercats.
Yes, Young Thundercats, chickadees, jab turkeys.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord. My grandma used to say, pull up your britches, your dungarees.
Your dungarees?
Yo, I know you couldn't tell. I would fly and shit with my culottes back in the day. You couldn't tell me shit. The culottes was where it was at.
I was a gaucho wearing bitch.
Yes, the culottes and the jelly sandals. Yes.
I hate jelly sandals though. I fucking hate them.
Oh no, I love my jelly sandals and my fucking buggy
My aunt loved them jelly sandals.
I love my jelly sandals, my beads in my hair, but braided into a crown. Loved it. And I love my belly shirts. Yes, the fuck I did. I don't care. I'm kind of buzzed and it's all because
that's just how she do it. I'm sick of you. Done. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I got a little
well, bitches, you at the house party.
I got a little reminiscent.
Reminisce on love. Oh, sorry, y'all.
You know what?
Man, you know we always go into a song quote. That's what we're gonna start calling. They're our song quotes. You know, we always quoting something with a song.
We didn't even do one this time around.
What?
A movie quote. We didn't do one this time around.
But we gave him ATL because we was talking about it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. And you drank all my soda.
First of all, wait. You said you didn't see the trailer. Why was somebody fucking? I can't remember if it was the caption or if it was somebody's comment when I saw it. They gonna say Nunu still ain't get her chain back.
Yes. Give me my damn necklace back. I don't want to kick it with your skate, with your nothing.
No tickets, no skates. Now we just gave y'all that because we talked about that shit a couple of weeks ago, and we just gave that shit to y'all.
Yo, no tickets, no skates. That was my favorite part.
He had them thick ass glasses.
Girl,
no tickets, no skates. And I'm not teasing nobody who wear glasses because I wear them too. So fuck y'all.
Me too.
I got my contacts in right now.
Fuck
y'all. Shit.
Period.
And I think that it's so interesting that the dynamics of that movie were very real as well. I think that's why it was one of my favorites because it's always that
Take a chill pill. That's an old one. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Damn. Take a chill pill is definitely an old one. It's always that one friend of your boyfriend that you don't like or that don't like you. Esquire and Nunu was frenemies.
It was like Martin and fucking
Pam. Yeah, it's like they was cool because they had a common interest.
Yeah.
Which was Rashad.
Yeah.
But
and skating, but that was it.
Right. But my thing about it is now when I first saw the movie, I was like, they're gonna end up liking each other or something like that on the side. But it wasn't that. It was just that they both loved Rashad, but in two different ways, and they was both trying to hide something. They both was trying to hide something in their lives. Esquire was a goody two shoe, but he didn't want nobody to know that he was from the hood. Nunu was the opposite. She wasn't from the hood, and she came from money, whatever like that, but she wanted everybody to think she was. They was literally trying to hide the two opposite things, and that's why they ended up clashing. I'm like, damn, that was a good play in that movie. That was a good play.
I feel like that happens more often than not. Yep, it does.
Yeah,
it happens more often than not. Especially being a person that's was raised in surrounding counties and in the city. I got to see both sides of it, especially from a person of color's view, and then looking at like dog
living around white people and
like
being black.
Yeah, like, you was alright. Like your mom was good. Like you did not have to cook right. So why you acting like that? I'm sorry, I didn't. But I'm just saying, like, generally speaking, like, something just like you didn't have to live that. Like, so why are you acting like that? It's different when you actually jumping over needles in the street every day. Another man, somebody to me. Sorry, shout out to Alicia Keys. That was my shit. But yeah, anyway, I'm just saying, people want that life, so they gotta walk in them shoes.
That's very true. That was just too fucking funny. I'm trying so hard. Oh my
just shake your rump, say. All I wanna do is some, and I'm check, baby, check, baby. I just need a. So we're definitely gonna take the time out to shout out our bosses of the week. Now that we've divulged into all of the topics, we want to go ahead and get on into that. So number one. Numero uno. One. Bosses of the week.
Somebody had to call Waka Flocka because we gotta get that on the fucking soundbite.
I hate you. So for the first boss of the week, we ain't got no Waka, but we is the Flockers. But anyway, a little slim. Anyway, I'm so corny. Anyway,
we did a whole bunch of corny shit today.
Yes, so corny.
My name, our old school slang. We did a bunch of corny shit today.
One ball. Sweet Treat Hut, which I actually have been meaning to stop by them there all week because I've been wanting to try their smoothies. They look like they're so fresh, good. I like how all their options are, pretty much on the healthy side of things. They have vegan options, vegan snacks also. Go and get you a little smoothie from them. Black owned up there on 50th Street. Okay. They also have a location in South Philadelphia and North Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken.
Am I
making that up? I don't think I'm making it up. I think I'm telling the truth. Yeah, I think they.
Well, if you missed it, like she said, Sweet Treat Hut.
Yes.
That is their Instagram page. Go
1240 North 50th Street in West Philly, 1221 South 4th Street in South Philly, and there's also they're also in Chop Cafe from 6:30 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. Monday through Friday, and North Philly is coming
That's
soon.
A big Chop though.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's a big.
Somebody was in there like.
Now I'm not gonna even lie. In the city of Philadelphia, I don't like hospital food, but Chop might got the best hospital food.
Hands down, they definitely do. Hands down, they do.
I only know that because I was always in there with my little brother. He always was breaking a bone or something growing up.
Mine too.
And I stayed in Chop fucking cafeteria.
Yeah.
That's dead ass. Dead ass.
So yeah, shout out to Sweet Tree Hut for all your smoothie healthy needs. Go and get your boost over there. They got some. They got little things, couple things on their menu too.
Keep my little slim and trim and fine shape.
Just need like a little boost to your.
Absolutely. Oh, and second, last but certainly not least.
Yes. Oh,
we're going to send y'all from the healthy to the wealthy on the bones, because Miss No Leftovers, honey.
To the ham hock.
Miss No Leftovers, that is no period leftovers _ on Instagram. Honey.
Yes.
This young lady can cater to the guys. She has a hand on her that was blessed.
Like she got the fat on.
And when I say she got a hand like the fat on, and ain't got no fat on that slip ass body. Okay? Miss No Leftovers is here to cater to your everyday needs, to your everyday, to your elevated, escalated needs. Yes. Period. She is a travel chef. This is a travel caterer. So again, No Leftovers, NO period. Leftovers _ on Instagram. Please check her out. She has catered a few events of ours that we had personally, and her food is scrumptious. I am a thick ass bitch in a slim ass body, and I am here to tell you that I do not play when it comes to good food.
Let me just tell you, them salmon skewers, honey.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Honey,
them
good as fuck with 2 K's. And them wings did a couple things.
Girl.
Okay? Let me just say that.
Girl.
And the tag, check it out. The tag is
the tag says it all.
No shade, everything homemade. You better tell them these.
No shade, everything no. And if you notice the name, No Leftovers, because that shit be good.
Gone.
No leftovers.
Good as gone.
9 times out of 10 is No Leftovers, because that's just what it is. Every time we had an event,
it was no leftovers.
It was definitely no leftovers. So when you guys get a chance, please check out No Leftovers and Sweet Treat Hut, because these are 2 bomb ass individuals who are black owned and doing it big as fuck in the city of Philadelphia. So shout out to y'all. We love y'all and we thank y'all for serving the community, and
giving
you guys are our bosses of the week.
Yes.
For eats this week. Thank you.
Yes. So thank y'all for coming by to see us. We really appreciate it. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Listen, and if you know somebody who, used to be on our live all the time, and you notice they ain't on the YouTube, tell them to come on over to the YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Tell your friends, tell your wives, tell your husbands.
Like, everybody.
Tell your kids who are over 18.
Yeah, that too.
Because this show is definitely not for kids.
It's real.
Yes, it does. We bring awareness, and we got some things that can help y'all with the kids, but parents, this one is just
particularly for kids.
This ain't for y'all.
Yeah.
So again, we thank y'all for joining us.
Yes.
We are happy to be here with you guys. I am Miss Lomax.
And I am Sunkissed _ Chuck.
And together we are To Each His Own. And thank you guys for joining us. And we're going to exit out with a cheers.
Yes, we
cheers.
Cheers.
And we thank y'all for joining us. See y'all.